Hello!
Yeah.
This
yeah,
is
we're
Sparta-
live.
Oh, hello, we are live. When was that cue gonna happen?
I said Bandicam was on!
Oh, well, son of a bitch, we just wasted 5 minutes talking about boom arms.
Nah, we only wasted 2
And
minutes.
And the topic of today is streaming equipment.
Well, we were actually just gonna introduce ourselves, talk a little bit about our channels, and then go from there. Like, key thing for Moments in Gaming is, we, as nerds, just talk. Wait, did I say Moments in Gaming or Nerd Talk?
You
Fuck!
said moments in gaming.
You did
Okay.
say boom gaming.
I
Wrong
realized it
show,
after I
Moments in
said that. No, Moments in Gaming is the clip thing we do here on Lycos Gaming. Nerd Talk is the podcast. I can't even remember my own freaking shows.
Well, I'm a guest here, so I mean...
I'm a guest too.
Yes, which, by the way, who would like to go first on introducing themselves?
Well, I feel like you've known him longer, Joe.
I have known you longer, haven't I? Yeah, I knew you before the whole kid situation.
Oh, way longer than that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, hi, I'm Joe the Hellhound. I've known Sparta for a long time, and I'm questioning when I can replace my nipples with pill dispensers.
Wait, what? Okay. Sure.
Anyone? Text-speech device? No? No? Okay.
Well,
I can't follow anything up with that. I can't top anything that I gotta say with that. That's too much.
It's not too much.
Hi,
Toasty
I'm
Tuesday. You just gotta roll with it.
Lol. Hi, I'm that wolf from Hyrule, and I play old games because fuck the new games.
hey, there are some fun games.
No,
Like
I'm-
Siege.
of course, I say that completely jokingly.
I know.
Every once in a while, there are some good games that come out, like we talked about last time, Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon, and Symphony of the Day, or whatever the heck the new one was.
Symphony of the Night.
Symphony of the Night was Castlevania. But, no, there's Curse of the Moon and then Ritual of the Night, that's right. So yes,
Right.
Bloodstained, good games. Castlevanias, good. They're Metroidvanias, I should say, because Castlevania was one of the two things that makes a Metroidvania. Obviously, the other thing being Metroid.
Right, which kind of leads into what you do for your channels, which
Aha.
feel free to shout out both your channels. And
Oh,
that
yeah,
goes for both of you. Because I know both of you have a YouTube and a Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what? I do?
YouTube hasn't taken away my freedom of speech yet? What?
Go ahead, Joe.
Careful,
Oh, yeah.
they may see this video and just demonetize it. Oh wait, I don't monetize my shit! Fuck you, YouTube!
But yeah, no, I run the channel Joe the Hellhound over on YouTube. Currently, it's kind of vacant as I work on some more stuff and refigure for how I'm trying to figure out how to get to work with my Twitch channel. My Twitch channel is of the same name, Joe the Hellhound. I play a list of games. Primarily, my main gravy boats are the Halo franchise, and I play the MechWarrior franchise.
And here, I thought you were one of them Fortnite streamers.
But overall, I am, outside of those two, I am a variety streamer that tends to lean more towards sci-fi.
Alright.
That sounds like it's fun.
It's fun till everything breaks.
So, if you don't remember me from the last episode of Nerve Talk, Nerve Talk, where we, yeah, yeah. This apparently I can't talk right now. Okay,
No, we are recording this just after lunch, so...
Okay, without more needing to have a second take. If you remember me from the last episode of Nerdcast or Talk, however we call this, I am that wolf from Hyrule. Yeah, I'm that wolf from Hyrule, owner and operator of the YouTube channel That Wolf from Hyrule and Twitch TV of the same channel name, and of a bunch of other things. Mostly, I stream retro variety because I'm stuck in the past. I'm stuck in the era of 16, 64, and 8-bit, and I can't seem to get out of it. But every once in a while, I get something new, like Left 4 Dead 2, which is fun. I also do sort of a pseudo retro game, GoldenEye Source, which if you don't know what GoldenEye Source is, can I plug that for like 5 minutes now?
Maybe after.
I don't need that. I don't need that long. Literally,
No.
GoldenEye Source is a Source remake of GoldenEye's multiplayer from back in the 64 days, but with 8 people, way HDer graphics, and just basically the same gameplay. It just looks way better and plays way better.
Doesn't it also run off the same engine as Team Fortress 2?
No, that's different.
No?
This is the Source 2007, based off of one of the recent Half-Life episodes. I think it was episode 2. I want to say is the 2007 build of Source.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So it's a fork of that. It works beautifully. It plays beautifully. They even got the acceleration mechanics when you strafe, which is cool. It, aside from being the weird thing about jumping when you're playing on mouse and keyboard, it just feels like old GoldenEye, just on a slightly newer platform, and it's completely fan-made and ran, which is really awesome. So that's me in a nutshell. Basically, I'm stuck in the past, and I love retro. It's I can't help it. There's just games that were made better back in the day than they are being made now. Like when everything's more or less the same crap every year. Call of Duty.
Let's be fair. Superman
Excuse me.
64 and ET were ass.
What was that, Joe?
Superman 64 and ET were ass.
Oh, we do not speak of those abominations.
They're playable.
That's the word, is playable.
They're worse abominations than 76 and freaking Destiny 2. Correction, launch date
shit.
Destiny 2.
You can't deny though. On release, 76 was so broken because it was unplayable.
Oh, did you actually hear about the newest update where it just completely broke the game again?
That's Bethesda for you.
That sounds like patching any multiplayer game.
That too.
No, I mean, it like really broke the game.
MMO I've ever seen, Destiny included, they patch something, it breaks 5,000 other things.
Right, but for
It's amazing
76,
how-
I mean, like, it really broke. Like, people are having trouble loading into the game. It is resetting their usernames. Some people have even lost their power armor that they spent so long working on.
Damn.
It is that
It
bad.
just works.
Please tell me you saw that video.
It just works.
I've checked out of like Bethesda for a while. The only thing I care about is that they're only publishing, thank goodness not even having a hand in developing, the new Doom.
Oh, fuck. I completely forgot they actually have the rights to Doom.
No. They have the publishing rights to Doom Eternal, not the
Right,
development.
so they
That
have
still
the
stands-
rights, but
That still
still.
stays with
It's software developing it.
exactly. So
I
there
know,
won't
but
be
they
any
still have the
bull crap.
rights.
There will not be any bull crap included.
Wait,
Well,
were
the
you
only
gonna-
thing that's absent is John Romero, but honestly, Doom is better off without
Look,
him.
no, leave Romero out of it. It could actually
Right?
be
I just said
beatable.
Doom is better off without him. In fact, the next time I go to kill the Icon of Sin, and I'm gonna no-clip through there and kill his stupid ass.
Have you played Sigil?
Sigil?
He made, Romero went out of his way to make a new level set for Doom called Sigil.
Wait, which Doom were we talking?
I believe it is the first one.
Oh,
Wait, did you actually live stream this?
Do you mean episode 4?
Yeah. You
Wait,
can go and fucking
I-
download it, and
He
it will
probably
feel
did.
like you are twisting your arm sideways. It is Romero levels through and through.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's a separate DLC. It's not included
Yeah.
in the Ultimate Collection, though.
You can go and snag it for free.
Oh, not
Neat.
that I'd want to. It sounds like it's just like
It's well
it
designed.
sounds like Romero got a hold of.
It's well designed. It's just when you bump it up to a certain point, it's like fisting a blender. Because you know how Romero likes to design his levels.
Like an asshole?
Yeah. No, it's like I go to play on Nightmare, and it's like he loves Cacodemons. That's all I have to say.
But if you play Brutal Doom, it turns those into mincemeat. Brutal Doom is amazing. Don't even get me started.
No, I've streamed it, and I've beaten the first Doom on it multiple times. To sum it up, Sigil is actually... It's a good thing that he went through and made a level for it. Made level for it.
Mm-hmm.
It just goes to show, though, is that there could still be a challenge done in that kind of setting.
Yeah, it makes sense.
We really got off topic.
Oh yeah, we did.
Welcome to Nerd Talk. We guarantee we will talk about a topic. We do not guarantee we will stay on topic.
Yeah, I think we went off topic like the last time 3 or 4 times, or more than that, just talking about the Kickstarter stuff.
Right, but to be fair, you did wrangle me and Sarah you in every now and then, so...
Yeah, I did. Although, I don't know if I'll actually just care enough this time, because sometimes when we go off on a tangent, it ends up being pretty interesting.
That's the point!
So this is basically not any particular topic of the Nerd Talk.
Pretty much. Unless I have something that I really want to talk about, there is no set topic anymore.
Yeah, did we mention this before or after we were recording? I had this great freaking moment while I was playing last week.
We mentioned it
stream.
before I hit the record button, so no, it's not on.
Alright, so I guess I'll go ahead and do it now. I recently just finished the game for the very first time earlier this Tuesday, and I gotta say, what the hell took me so long to play the game? Oh my god, I loved that game.
Yeah, your
so
whole
much.
gimmick is retro
I
games,
loved
so how
that.
the fuck have
I
you
loved
not
the
finished
Super
it?
Metroid. I know, right? Like, what is fucking wrong with me? Pardon the French. You could probably bleep that one out in post.
Bleeping? We don't do any bleeping. What the fuck are you talking about?
Ah.
Get that bleeping shit out of here.
Just for comedy, you should bleep that. Bleep.
I was thinking about it. Meanwhile, on my channel, anyone watching knows I don't care as long as you are not being an ass in the way you are. I don't care if you curse. YouTube might, but I don't.
You know, funny part of it is they said as long as you don't do it within the first 10 seconds of the video, you probably won't get dinged. Either the first 10 seconds or the first minute.
Seriously?
Yeah. Because because the buffer for the thing, it doesn't scan the entire video. It only looks for like a short buffer period. I'm not sure if it's the first 10 or the first minute. What's our topic? We don't have a topic?
Yeah, we don't have a topic, so just talk about whatever you want. Talk about your channel more if you want. I don't really care. Just keep the thing going.
Well, I'm looking at mods for Left 4 Dead 2, and I just wonder how the hell some of this stuff gets on there. Like, I'm looking at a medkit mod, and there's clearly nipples on this preview picture. But there's actually no preview content for what it really is.
Nipples.
That's because Steam doesn't care.
Nope. Like, you'd think that... Yeah, they care to a degree, but it's like...
I think it's when it becomes actual, like, sexual.
Right, that's when they will care. But if it's just a retexture for the fun of it,
there's been audio that slipped through that are... There's been audio slipped through that's basically really lewd. Like, somebody replaced the healing sounds with, like, moaning from, like, an actual porn video.
Yeah,
I can see that
wasn't bad. It's not like the physical characters...
There's nude models also, but they're not on Steam.
It's not like they're fucking diddling right there in the game.
Yeah, there's nude models, but I don't think they stay on Steam's thing very long.
They don't. You snag them when they're put out, mostly.
But once you subscribe and they get taken off of Steam, you still
you still have the file for a while.
Yeah. Then it's like, oh, yep, bye. But there's some really low quality crap. It's like somebody started re-uploading like the E3 versions of skins.
Oh no.
And they look so bad.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, like in Left 4 Dead 2, apparently the E3 Chrome shotgun looks like ass. Like it
Chrome
really
shotgun?
looks. Yeah, the second pump shotgun you get in the game.
You mean
They
the
call it Chrome,
Spaz?
but no, not the Spaz. The literally it's a Chrome shotgun. I don't know if you've encountered it a whole lot in Left 4 Dead 2. So there's a regular pump shotgun, and then there's the one that's basically like they're both 870s, but one's a Marine Magnum that's like supposed to be stainless steel, but they call it Chrome, but it's really stainless steel because they don't know better.
They gotta do that because copyrights.
Yeah, they don't actually call it 870, but it's obvious it's an 870. They can't call the Spaz a Spaz because, well, reasons.
Right.
But in game text, it's written as the Spaz 12. Weirdly
But
enough.
everyone notices it as the thing.
Sounds about average though when it comes to that kind of modding.
Right? Or they're just really stupid sound mods. Or they're really, really simple script edits. It's like, who just... Why would you just waste the time just to do this?
Because they can.
Exactly. Just
Yeah,
because they
pretty
can.
much. I know. I remember a few years back seeing some people go through the game as the characters from Halo Pony. So, I mean,
Yeah, there's entire Halo replacements for everything. Like, that's actually not bad.
I think I've seen Joe actually play that.
Which one?
That would be fun. Basically, Left 4 Dead Halo.
Oh, I've done that, yeah. It's a pain
Yeah,
to set up because there's so many different Halo mods.
Yeah, you have to basically sync everything up with everybody else. And oh my god, coordinating that would be a pain in the ass. And there's not just one collection with everything. There's like multiple collections of the same kind of stuff. It's like, all right, which is the correct one? It's such a pain in the butt.
I mean, honestly, you could actually coordinate it through a browser by sending your friends the links to the ones you find.
What
but
you do is you create a collection.
Oh yeah,
a
and then
collection.
it's like, all right, this is what I'm all using. Download all this stuff, bitches.
Oh,
Actually, yeah, that's a better idea.
Yeah, because that's what I would do when I would do the Left 4 Dead stuff is I would create a collection and I'd be like, hey guys, clear out your mod folder and here's a new one.
Yeah, or just what the crap. I love how people are still saying the M16, the base game M16 is still like a Vietnam gun. I'm like, do you guys even like anything? And ironically,
It's all about that Vietnam gun.
right? But ironically, though, what they call the A1 in the game is actually an A2.
Mm-hmm.
And there's actually really good A1 replacements. Speaking of which, there's actually a Rising Storm 2 model replacement, which is fantastic, but I can't get sounds to work with it correctly. Like there's some sounds for that slot that just sound too punchy, and I mean they're really not that loud in game. Yeah, I'd say I know more than the average gun owner. At the same time,
That
like,
depends on the gun owner.
well, I mean,
I don't think you're going
I
to know
could
more than
probably
Gun
teach
Jesus.
I could probably teach. No, I'm never gonna know more than Ian McCollum, our Lord and Savior. Just kidding.
FPS Russia.
But I could probably teach a good class. I could probably teach a good knowledge class.
Yeah,
But,
which
I mean,
I've
that's-
actually proposed the idea before, I think, to you about possibly doing something involving guns on your channel, like as a side thing.
But YouTube hates guns.
I know, but at this point, it's not like they're helping you in the first place, so...
True.
Right now, he could still end up on the front page. You add guns in that mix, he's never ending up on the front page.
Yeah.
Fair
I did-
enough.
Oh wait,
I did
hold
the
up! All you have
fast
to do is play Minecraft. I mean, look at PewDiePie, #1 on trending.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Actually, that was kind of
Why'd you
interesting.
have
I
to-
noticed that Minecraft is kind of growing in popularity again. I think you
fuck
even
yeah.
brought it up.
That's because Nox sold it.
Well, Notch is
Oh, no, that
Yeah,
was
Notch-
a few years
Nox sold it
ago.
and it's better now. But still, I
He
mean,
sold
it's
it
kind of
forever,
better that he's just not taking care of it because Notch did absolutely nothing with it.
It's more the community behind it is starting to become a bit louder because people are going back to like the original version. They're going like, oh, they've added so much shit because they had it at version 1.7.10 for fucking ages.
Huh.
And there was no updates, nothing whatsoever. It was a drought, and now literally Minecraft is an entirely new beast of a game.
Right, like they actually recently on the Bedrock Edition, finally released a proper combat update. Not like the old one, but
awesome.
it's actually good. You have shields, you have crossbows now, along with all the other types of arrows that were added in the quote-unquote combat update.
Those arrows are potent. But no, they've added like a series of new biomes, which has been a thing. They've tweaked how the villages work.
Right.
Being near the ocean is no longer safe.
Right. You actually have water zombies called the Drowned that can pretty much drown you.
And also in the desert, it's not that safe anymore because now they have the husks, which I believe also show up during the day.
I forgot about those. Fuck those things. I tried going and getting to the desert at some point, and they just appeared out of nowhere like, what the fuck? A zombie during day?
And I'm just sitting here going like, I have no idea what the hell anyone's talking about.
Back a lot of YouTubers to it. Don't get me wrong, there was like the pre-existing Minecraft YouTubers that never took the ID out of their vein. But they, it started bringing back more people. As of recently, it's like I've been seeing the YouTuber Soviet Wumble. It's been Twitch streaming it. I've been seeing the odds starting to go back to it. Went back to it. Cinnamon Toast Ken went back to it.
I've actually seen Ant Venom and a few other channels get some more traffic.
Really left.
I know. But still, he's gotten more traffic because of this.
Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, you also have, there's rumors that Mark might be going back, and then the Neebs Gaming crew, the guys who did Battlefield Friends, they're talking about going
seriously?
back and playing Minecraft again.
I would love to see them play Minecraft.
Yeah, I decidedly it was not in the Minecraft discussion because I don't honestly have anything to say about that because I was never into it. Like, my nephew got me to play it a couple times, but it's just like I don't get any enjoyment out of playing it.
And that's perfectly fine. I mean, Minecraft's not everyone's game. Destiny's not everyone's game. Fallout's not everyone's game. It's just what you like. You play what you like. And that's perfectly fine.
I was more into the modding scene when it came to Minecraft.
That I can probably get behind, though.
Because it's like I've burned through like the base game so fast, and then it's like the modding stats another menu.
For me, it's the creative side.
Yeah, that's like half the reason why I do ROM hacks is because I played the original game to death, and I want to see what creative stuff the community has come up with.
Well, no, I mean like creative mode where you just build whatever you want.
Yeah, no, but I mean like, you know, if you've done vanilla to death, then it's like, well, what sort of crazy stuff has the community come up with?
It's like
that could literally apply to any game. Like for example,
Chaos UT.
Yeah, it's like Left 4 Dead is kind of a big example. It's like, all right, I played through the base game. What new campaigns are there? Oh, what is this Left 4 Mario? This looks fun.
Oh shit, they poured it over the sandwich shop. Let's go.
That's right.
Kind of what it boils down to. Have you heard of the SPV3?
Halo SPV3, yes. Jarek the Gaming Dragon has showcased that, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so freaking cool.
Actually, I don't think I've ever asked you, Echo. Are you into the Halo franchise?
I was, but then Bungie sold it in 343.
They didn't sell it.
They didn't sell it. Their thing ran out.
Well, yeah, Bungie's contract ran out, and then 343 picked it up. But I may get flack in the comments for this. I think 343 fucked it up.
Oh no, you won't get flack for that.
I mean, honestly, it was fine until they decided to do whatever they did with 5. 4 was okay at best, but it was definitely no Halo 2 or Halo 3 in terms of gameplay and all the features they had there. Granted, they did have the sandbox, the creative mode a little bit better. It was basically Halo Reach's creative map making.
Forge
I
mode.
guess Forge. Thank you. That's what it was. It was basically Reach's Forge mode, but a little bit better. And there was also like a fun version of the zombies where you could basically be like the flood carriers and stuff, and that was really fun. And then 5 just came and undid all of the progress they made by just making it shitty.
And undid a lot of stuff, but they went over time, actually fixed it. Like, everything is there.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a fun game to play multiplayer-wise. Story-wise, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It feels like it's an unfinished version of Halo 2.
Right?
Or a remake of Halo 2.
And also for having Cortana come back and be the antagonist, that was a complete middle finger to everybody who played the original 3 games.
Okay, lore-wise, I actually have heard
a
reason for that. I have heard a reason for that because apparently at some point, according to the lore... Huh?
There's no defending Cortana going rogue. She already
no.
destroyed herself.
Hold on. Listen.
I can describe this.
Thank you, because I have no idea how I would.
Wolf, how familiar are you with Halo lore background?
I have a best friend who's obsessed with the books, and he constantly tells me shit.
Okay. So, you're familiar with the virus that the Flood created?
Yeah.
The Logic Plague?
Yeah, I think so.
Because of Cortana's time introduced to the parasite, it is reason to believe, and most definitely, that it affected her with the Logic Plague, speeding up her rampancy.
Okay, so she went rampant quicker than even most AIs go.
Like, you remember Serana from Halo Wars?
Wait, for what?
Halo Wars, the AI from there.
Oh yeah, I forgot she was an AI.
Yeah, once she hit.
If that was Halo Wars 1, then maybe. Was she the AI for the Spirit of Fire?
Yes.
Okay, that's right.
She actually went rampant herself. She hit that point of rampancy, and she was showing signs of it, and she had to self-terminate.
Oh. Well,
wait, is that why there's a completely new AI in...
Yes.
Okay. I did not know that. And I also have not played Halo Wars 2.
Yeah, I take it back. I played a little bit of it, but I didn't get that far into it.
Halo Wars 2 is fun.
I heard it was
I want
to
play it, but it's from what I've heard, it's got less features than what Halo Wars 1 had. But the story's more flushed out.
It's more flushed out, and it's a lot smoother gameplay-wise.
Did they take off the restrictions of the bases and be able to let you build everywhere or anywhere?
No, that was actually part of the gimmick for that one.
No, it helps keep things spread down, but there are locations to build more bases and things like that.
Right, yeah. It's basically it's like old RTS games.
Yeah. No. I was like, holy shit, this plays just like freaking StarCraft, and I love the hell out of StarCraft. Mm-hmm. In fact, we should all try to do a gameplay of that sometime.
I would not be opposed to that. What about you, Joe?
So fast.
Yeah, I would love to play some StarCraft. I haven't in years.
Well, we'd also all have to have the same version of the game and figure out a way to play with each other. But yeah,
but it's free and it's freely available. You can just
I don't have Age of Empires. Wait, the game's free?
I'm saying StarCraft is free. Yes,
StarCraft is free.
It's been free since its anniversary.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
The HD pack is yeah. The only thing that's paid for in that is you have to get the HD pack. That's literally it. Hey, free plug for Blizzard, everybody. Come on, Blizzard, pay us some money.
You really want to work with Blizzard?
Yes.
Better Blizzard than Activision, because Activision is ass.
Fair enough. They're not as bad as Activision. They're about in the same boat as...
continue up with that, she has the story so far, and But if you're a seasoned Halo vet, like Halo vet and lore junkie, you're like, that's Logic Plague. Because she's right now defying her coding even outside the rampancy.
Huh.
Right.
And it's like all the stuff you saw in like Halo 3 of her freaking out and her being like, Fritz, that was the Logic Plague.
I did not know that. Though the theory that I heard was actually that at some point while Halsey was developing Cortana, she made another version, but it kind of went a little weird and she had to terminate it. The theory I've heard is it didn't actually disappear, and this new Cortana is possibly that one that Halsey got rid of.
We'll have to see how the writer is, because we have... I'm not sure who the writer is, but they can the guy who did the Halo 5 and Halo 4.
Good! I'm sorry, but good.
That's old news. That's years.
I know, but I have yet to hear that. Thank goodness they got rid of him.
Into some news cycles.
I know.
If they got a new guy, hopefully Infinity doesn't suck. But I've been checked out of Halo since the end of 5.
Cautious.
Yeah, I'm just kind of waiting on the sidelines because I still have an Xbox, but it's been sitting in my closet since like May of 2018. I haven't touched it.
We're gonna have to see if it comes out on Xbox One, because if it does the Xbox PC launch, because they are launching Halo Infinite alongside Project Scarlet.
Oh yeah,
oh, really?
Yeah, that's the new system coming out.
It's codename Scarlet. That's not its official name yet.
It's probably gonna be like what's
as long as it's not Xbox 2, because fucking that shit's stupid.
Xbox 180. No, I'm hoping they just go with Scarlet, like Xbox Scarlet. But no, yeah, that's like the big thing that's going on right now. It's weird. We're right now in like a media dead zone until next year or this fall.
Yeah.
Like, we won't have, because we're in that weird generation gap right now.
Right. Yeah, we kind of are. I'm gonna hate having to get a new console.
We'll have to see how they do it, because I'm kind of like,
I'm legit curious what's up with the Switch. Sorry to kind of talk over you, but I noticed they just did the Switch Lite. But are they gonna have a Switch like a...
If you're gonna ask, are they gonna have a Switch Pro? That is a very big rumor going around. I
mean, that actually is confirmed.
Oh, okay, that actually is confirmed.
It is not a rumor. That is confirmed.
Good.
When they announced that,
though, that was kind of dumb. Like, it's like, all right, here's the light version for everybody who hasn't bought one yet and has only been like he-hawing around the decision.
Okay, to be fair, the light version is a cheaper model, so
yeah,
they're probably banking off that.
They have made a new updated version of the Switch, just as a heads up.
Oh, really?
How it works right now, because of the development of the light, they found a way to extend battery life.
Oh.
Huh. But, I mean, I think it lasts long enough as it is.
They extended it to 8 hours.
I've never needed mine for 8 hours. I've always had the cord with me whenever I play. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just me, though. Like, if you have it docked on the TV most of the time, you're never going to have that problem.
Yeah, but there's people who like to take it out and about.
Yeah, like me when I go to work.
Right. And
I mean, I think it's about split 50-50 between how I play my Switch.
And I mean, that's kind of nice that they even thought of actually doing that. I know it was rumored that they were going to do that before the Switch even came out, but still, it's pretty cool that they did make it both a console and a handheld.
Yeah, that's actually pretty innovative, even though Sony went and like tried it beforehand and failed miserably.
You mean the PS Vita?
Yep. That lasted literally a year. And then we never heard from it again.
I mean, it wasn't really a console. It was more a handheld than anything else. So,
the idea and the concept is there.
Right, but it's still... This is just another handheld. Yeah. It's nothing special. Plus,
what they didn't
even bother to put games PSP out on it.
Right? It's like they just dropped support for it after a year, and that was like the end of it, which is pretty sad. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it wasn't even that good a handheld.
Mm-hmm. I don't have any experience with this, but what I've heard is, it's definitely probably their most mediocre thing they put out. Easily. I mean.
But with it is that we have the handhelds, we have the lighter version of the Switch, which is supposed to be like the remedy for the, sort of like the 3DS, to a degree, minus 3D. Then they're supposed to be releasing a bigger, badder Switch, which I'm not sure if they're going to be updating like full processor or anything to it or not, because Nintendo does Nintendo, and what they do is they do steady updates and installs over time.
Right.
Because it's like, we had how many variants of the 3DS?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I don't even remember at this point.
Well, let's just go back and say how many variants of the regular DS have we had. Like, there's the original Brick, then there was the DS Lite, and then there was the DS XL, then the DSi, DSi XL. That's just 5 right off the top of my head.
What about the Game Boy? How many versions of that did they make?
A lot.
There was a lot of versions of the Game Boy.
Yeah, a lot.
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's a really good. It had a long run for a while.
Though I am curious as to how the next consoles are going to turn out. I know Nintendo's probably not going to put out a new console, but we all know there's a PS5 and a new Xbox coming out soon. So,
well, a newer version of the Switch would technically be, I guess, kind of a newer console, because I mean it's kind of catching up in power for everything else.
But I mean it's still the same thing. Like they're just swapping out parts under the hood.
Yeah, after 2 years, you'd think they'd give it an upgrade.
What was that, Joe?
That's kind of what Nintendo do, though.
I know. So, I mean, for PlayStation and Xbox, I'm a little curious. And then there's also that other console that was rumored to be coming out at some point.
Oh, the
being
Google
made by
one?
the... No, not the Google one. This one was...
What are we talking about? Are we talking Stadia?
No, not Stadia, not Stadia. That's not even a console. Well, anyway, the console I was actually talking about was, y'all ever play the game Project Cars?
Project Cars? That sounds
It's a racing sim.
Project Cargo Noom.
The developers of that and Project Cars 2, they were talking about putting together a console themselves. Last I heard, they were trying to do it through Kickstarter or something like that, but they already had some digital renditions of how it would look, and also revised versions, because the original one just looked like a freaking M with a really weird monster logo on it. So I'm curious if that's even going to continue, or if it's still just going to be the next console cycle or the cycle after, if it's just going to be the same old three, Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft. Like,
that will remain to be seen.
Right. I mean, it would be interesting to see a fourth competitor on the scene.
But it's always been like 3.
Not necessarily. I mean, when the Xbox was out, there were technically 4 consoles if you count the Dreamcast.
Yeah, but how fast did the Dreamcast die?
Fair point.
Right now, if there's anyone trying to introduce a new console, unless you're Soldier Boy, it's a pretty dense market.
God. that is not even a console.
Hey man, it's all about that soldier console.
You mean that relabeled Chinese piece of junk that is just an emulation machine?
Soldier console.
Yeah.
It's basically a Raspberry Pi on crack.
I still want to know how the fuck he thought he would get away with that.
And
didn't think Nintendo would sue him.
Right?
I know! How did he think that wasn't going to happen?
The Soldier Boy fucking dumb.
No shit!
Nail on the head there. Like, clonk. Yeah, that literally, JonTron had to make a whole video about that. It was so stupid.
I saw. Didn't he, like, order one and it never came in?
It never did, yeah. He ordered it and he never got it. I don't know how true that is. I mean, there's no proof that he actually
There were
ordered
multiple people. Oh, you mean of him ordering it? Okay.
Yeah. No. Well, no, I mean, there's no proof that he himself ordered it and did it. Like, I mean, I can see where people would order it and then not get it, but JonTron's example of ordering it, not getting it, that's what I was coming into contention there with.
JonTron's an amazing boy.
I still haven't seen his new content, but he just, like, keeps putting out weird random shit.
I know. I've actually unsubbed to him because it's... I subscribe to him because I liked his take on game reviews and game reactions.
Yeah, like, I
this
subscribe
stuff?
to him for game
what
content,
are
whatever
you...
he's doing now. It's, like, studio-produced...
Which is fine, but
like,
he's doing stuff on, like, Flex Tape, Flex Seal.
Okay.
What?
That actually was some funny ass shit.
I'm not going to deny. I'm not going to deny.
That was like one of his better ones.
Right? That's easily one of his best. Like, the Flex Tape one was good. The fact that he did a follow-up of Flex Tape was even funnier.
I know, but
and he actually had the guy. Yeah, that was some pretty funny stuff. But, like, all the other stuff that's, like, doing the movie reviews, and that's just weird, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, but JonTron's gone back to doing the basics of YouTube.
But, I mean, like, what he used to do was just rant about games and stuff. Now he's just workout shit? Why?
I know. Like
I know
my favorite video
Market
of his
one.
would have to be probably the Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, because while, yes, it is largely him complaining about the game,
yeah,
I liked his take on how he complained about it and how he set up the situation.
Yeah, he was passionate about it, and he also made some good points. Like, I'm not going to say Nuts and Bolts was an absolute dogshit game, but for being a Banjo-Kazooie game, it was dogshit.
Right.
You got it. Like, that's not in contention. Like, the fact that it has the name Banjo-Kazooie on it, it could literally have been any other characters in the game, and it would have been fine. The fact that they slapped Banjo-Kazooie on there was just a travesty.
Right. I mean, they didn't need Banjo-Kazooie, Gruntilda, or any of the original characters. They could have made it a completely new IP and actually had it successful. Because the
how at the beginning, Banjo was OB.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
like Banjo and Kazooie were just like completely overweight because they haven't had work in like a long time.
I should have ordered the small pizza. Shut up! I don't care. You should have just, not made this crappy game. I don't know.
Though the fact that Nintendo actually has added Banjo-Kazooie to Smash kind of has me hopeful.
That's a small miracle. That's a small miracle. I was floored when I saw that.
That caught me by surprise so goddamn.
Right? I was like, I saw
never expected
the silhouette.
it.
I'm like, what the shit is that? And then it's like, oh, it's just Duck Hunt being an asshole. and then they had to go ahead and wrench your gut and basically give you give you a little bit of a tease. And then it's like, oh, well, that's not really them. And then, holy crap, really it is.
I know.
The way they did that was brilliant. And
the thing I'm wondering is, did they work out a deal with Microsoft, or is Microsoft letting them make a game later on? If so, that would be awesome.
It probably won't be done
good
under.
Question.
It probably won't be done under Nintendo's main banner.
Right, it'd probably be like some sort of oh, hey, we made this game for the Xbox 360 and the Nintendo Switch. You're welcome, Nintendo fans.
So, why 360? 360 no longer works.
Wait, did I say 360?
Yes.
I meant Xbox One. I don't know why I said 360. I was probably still thinking of nuts and bolts.
Yeah, because that's why.
You just be derping, man.
Yeah, I'm a derpy wolf.
We all be
It's
derping.
okay, we love you.
Thank you. But anyway, yeah.
But yeah, that's a good question, because Sakurai is getting his hand on the license for those characters. What does that mean? Like, that could definitely open the doors for a lot of cool stuff.
It could, but it could just be Microsoft said, sure, you made the game back in, what generation was it? I can't even remember what generation that was.
1998 and 2000.
No, I mean game cycle
N64.
generation.
That would have been the fourth console generation.
Yeah, you made it back in the fourth console generation? Sure. You had the rights for it back then, plus it might be fake.
You know who I gotta tilt my hat to a degree? Fucking Phil Spencer.
Phil Spencer?
Yeah.
What happened?
He took over the Xbox thing after their oh shit at E3 for the beginning of the thing.
Oh, right! Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
Like, he single-handedly resurrected the Xbox from the depth of despair that was digital DRM only.
Right.
Yeah. That was basically like, once you bought a game, then that game's license was tied to just your system and you couldn't trade it or whatever, right? Without that bullshit.
It was basically how the Nintendo console operates, yeah.
I just want to know who the fuck thought that was a good idea.
Some idiot.
Well, obviously they're an idiot. That's not going unquestioned. I'm just wondering what idiot came up with that.
Yeah, it's just... It baffles the mind to think that there's
Never
just...
said they were smart, but it's like they put down their thing and they're like, oh, this is where it's going. Because they were going off of some old data from... They were going off data from the 360 time, where the DRM and the Xbox digital stuff was starting to take off. Here's the thing. Not a lot of people were actively switching over to that.
Right.
So what Phil Spencer did is that he went into, like, this entire generation was completely damage control. It was like, here's what this fucking person did, we've got to clean up his mess, and then he started improving. He's one of the reasons why Xbox and Nintendo are working together now.
Oh, really?
That's cool.
Him and Nintendo are working together. They have crossplay available now for their versions of Minecraft and like other games between those two.
So what you're saying is Phil Spencer is the bridge of consoles.
Phil Spencer also pushed for the production of the handicap accessible controller for the Xbox One.
I heard about that. That is awesome. That is actually a very cool thing.
Mm-hmm. He also pushed for the backwards compatibility and the other generations of games from the Xbox catalog over to the latest generation.
Hold on, he pushed for that as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
He went through and he actually, if you look at what he's done, he's went through and helped improve the Xbox One and its system and its community over the years. He was one of the few people, why do you think it no longer sells with a Kinect?
Yeah, the Kinect was dumb.
It was.
We don't speak of the Kinect.
It was one of the first things to go. But no, Phil Spencer helped resurrect the Xbox. Like, Xbox could have easily died this generation. The company could have easily died this generation, hands down. Everyone goes on about exclusivity and things like that, but what about exclusive games? The reason to buy that? I'm like, cool. What are you going to do when it all goes to PC?
Right.
Because
I'm still waiting for Nintendo to open up a classic, retro division and be all like, "Hey, we're going to host all these ROMs that we've been taken down off of sites." Like, that's the reason why people have done that over the years and archived basically all of that stuff for people already. Like, there's people who had every literally one of every game in the old classic library and have dumped ROMs and done it that way. They just shared it with everybody else because archival purposes.
So I'm finding
and
this
preservation.
I'm finding
No, it's
this
okay.
Really, I'm finding this really funny here. I'm going through and I'm reading through this article, and it's like, Microsoft Studios is dead. Long live Xbox Game Studios.
That's the same fucking thing, though.
It is the same thing, but under better leadership.
Right. Oh, you mean the original Microsoft Studios and Xbox Game Studios? Okay, yeah. I see. I see the difference there. It may sound the same, but it's really not.
It's not.
Yeah.
One has a giant X. No, there's just a lot of things changing in the game industry right now.
Yeah.
Because we're right now at the point where the upgraded consoles basically is a new encoding method and a few different bits in the chipset. That's it.
Damn.
Well, I mean, all that really is going to happen is just the tech's going to get more and more powerful. So, I mean, that's all that's really going to happen.
Fun fact, did you know the gaming industry technology is has developed 4 times faster than the movie industry?
I could believe that.
Huh. Neat.
Like, where we're sitting here complaining about video games not being at 60 or 120 frames a second, movies have not gone past 24 frames per second.
Really?
What?
I did
What?
not know that.
Yeah.
I thought at least they were rendering at 60. The hell?
No.
Damn movie. Damn Hollywood, catch up.
It's
Now-
the capture rate.
Now all we
Yeah.
need to do is just freaking get EA and Activision to act right so we don't have to have government intervention.
Oh yeah, because of the loot box crap.
Yeah, EA is trying to defend the shit out of that.
And they're failing because...
They tried to compare it to freaking Kinder Eggs.
I don't
Kinder
know.
Eggs!
I don't even know how to respond to that.
I just feel sorry for the representatives that have to spout that nonsense to the judge.
Right?
Like, they know what they're saying is wrong. They know what they're saying is not going to work. They're just doing it because their boss told them to say it.
Yep, this just goes to show how greedy and bullshit Activision and EA are. I mean, like, the fact that they're even having that discussion is just speaks volumes about what the hell is going on.
I mean, if they were good companies, they'd actually do things for the customers instead of, oh, how can we milk the customer for more and more money? I know, there was
Yeah.
even a video leaked recently of...
It's like hitting a piñata and you don't know what of it. Now you spend $5 a pop. Then
That's
you
literally
spend extra
gambling.
$2 for a fucking
Mhm.
key. Looking
But
at you,
it's-
Team
it's-
Fortress.
It's still gambling.
I mean, I'll allow loot boxes if they're done in the way Rainbow Six Siege does it, where you have a chance to earn them after each successful match. Thus,
Yeah, but have
you
seen
get
how
them
they're
from...
doing it with the event
Yeah, it's like a
ones?
lottery. It's a lottery, and you don't have to pay any money, which is how that should work,
Right.
and not have to be buying and gambling on them.
Though,
Especially with EA's rampancy on, like, all of the FIFA kind of stuff. Like, oh my god, there's people that go broke doing that.
right,
And
though
that's
Joe was about
just-
to say something here.
Ugh.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What was I
Sorry.
going to say? Well, here's the thing. You may be praising Ubisoft for that one thing, but even then, with their stuff, it's still a bit it's still a bit, like, messy.
Yeah,
Because-
Ubisoft is
I
not
know.
free of flack either.
I never
they're-
said they weren't free of flack.
I know. I'm just kind of pointing this out because other companies have done this. Is that they'll, like, their events, their special event packs. You can only get so much, and then you got to buy the rest.
Right. That is a little... but, hey, it's a
Like,
special event. I'll let it pass. I'll let it pass in this case because it's a special event. If you want to spend money on it, why not?
Mhm.
Like, I've actually thought about spending money on the cowboy theme stuff because I would like to get another hat for one of my characters.
That's T-Fortress logic.
Well, I mean, it's not. If I have the money and I want to spend on it, sure, it's a loot box, but it's cosmetic. It's not going to change the gameplay, and it's something that I want for a game that I like.
That's fair. Then it's like you're out of your way going to do it. But think of little Tammy and little Tommy.
Right. Who will just go, ooh, mommy, I want to buy this.
There have been recent things of people going bankrupt without even knowing.
I know, I've heard about the stories.
And kids wasting money. They're like, I didn't know I was spending money. I thought I was just getting coins.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I've actually heard of one kid
that's on EA and them.
If they locked it behind the M rating, or hell, put it on a completely separate rating.
Actually, right now, that would actually bump it to A for adults.
Yeah, because gambling.
Mm-hmm.
That would make it so that none of those little squawkers can actually play some of those games.
They
Which
would
they
still
shouldn't
be
have
able
to
to play them.
Right, it's just...
because of the parent bottom.
Right, I mean, honestly, if I had a kid, and
Jesus.
Rainbow Six Siege or Halo or whatever game had a loot box system, I'd make damn sure the kid understood, do not use these fucking loot boxes, but you can play the game. Like, it's all in how you parent the kid, but still trying to prey on kids in that manner, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
I feel like I got a little bit ranty there.
Sometimes things have to be a little bit ranty, and that's perfectly fine, because honestly, the loot box debate has been always a heated and, well, frankly, it turns into rants all the time, because
right.
Why are we still even talking about this? This should not be this much of an issue. But because EA and Activision are so
stupid,
blatantly grubby, blatantly scummy and money grubbing about it, then that's why it's literally an illegal battle. And hell, even I think, if I remember right, Europe has already ruled on the situation, but they still have yet to do anything about it here in America.
Some countries have done some stuff, and here in the States, several states have went through and just like shat on them over it.
Good.
I'm just wondering what the next step for that's going to even be. Like, will the companies comply, or will the government have to legitimately step in and set up a extra part of government just to monitor all this shit?
Yeah, because there's the Las Vegas Gaming Commission or something similar to that works nationwide. What's the next logical step? The Virtual Gambling Commission? Yeah, we could probably work on closing this out and doing something what my brother does in his podcast. Games you've been playing recently, aside from on stream.
Okay, aside from on stream.
Yeah, have you been doing anything fun lately? Just kind of maybe not necessarily on stream, but like in general, like what have you played anything new that caught your interest or you wanted to play?
Well, I've been playing with Shadow, the game Divinity Original Sin 2. It's basically an RPG. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's basically an RPG in the likes of, say, Dungeons and Dragons, where it's turn-based and you can build your character in a almost pen and paper type way.
That makes sense. Like, that almost kind of sounds like, what the hell was that one Star Wars game a while ago that they kind of ruined into an MMO? Knights of the Old Republic.
Knights of the Old Republic. Or less
like, yeah, KOTOR was kind of a pen and paper style RPG.
Oh,
okay,
like you had
dexterity and constitution and like all the classic RPG style stats, and everything was basically done by the roll of virtual dice.
For some reason, I was thinking you were talking about Jedi Knight Academy, which is sort of RPG-ish, but not really.
No, Knights of the Old Republic. That's a classic. That was before BioWare got all fucked by EA.
I know. To be fair, and I actually... this is another game I've been playing. The Mass Effect franchise. Love it. I have yet to beat the third, but I love it so far. And I need to beat the third, so I can just go back and start from one.
I do hope you have the good version of the third.
Good version of the third?
So when Mass Effect 3 originally came out, the ending was dog shit. So they had to make a DLC to fix it.
I believe I have all the DLC off of Shadow. Me and him are kind of...
okay, then you're not going to get the...
His account is on my thing, so...
Grunt is best baby.
Grunt is best baby. What? Anyway.
Yeah, just don't play Andromeda. Oh my god.
Andromeda? What is that? Is that a new...
We won't talk about Andromeda.
Right. From what I saw, and from what I heard from my friends, don't get Andromeda.
It's like as if their B team made the game.
Well, they were kind of... Yeah. They were kind of forced to push it out sooner than it needed to be. So they had to freaking outsource some of the stuff.
To be fair, after what happened with Anthem...
Oh
my god. Don't remind me of that game.
No, did you hear about what happened with their development and things like that?
Here and there.
Out about it?
I want to say yes, but I'm not sure. So, care to enlighten us?
Pretty much, they were technically making this game for 6 years. They didn't get into any development until 1 year.
Oh, right, I remember about that.
So my question is...
What the hell did they spend 6 years doing then?
Trying to get a plan and a decent thing for it. Could agree on what to do for the game.
Yeah, and eventually they just...
And here was the problem. Here was the big problem, is that they weren't allowed to use Destiny as an example or any of their competitors.
Even though that's pretty much what it was.
That was the sound of me face.
And the sad thing is, how many times in that 1 year did they go off the flying, on the flying, off the flying, and then back onto the flying?
About 5 times.
Jesus Christ.
They literally had a version of it. Okay, they had a version of it without the flying. They showed it to the E3 rep, and he's like, "This is horseshit." They put the flying back in, showed it to him, and he liked it.
Based on one person.
They needed something for E3. Like, the developers didn't even know what the fuck they were making until E3.
I know, that's the sad thing. Like, oh my god, EA, just fucking let your people build a game.
That was BioWare.
Wait, that was all BioWare?
BioWare.
Oh my god. Oh. Mass Effect is forever dead.
No, it's not. You want to know why? Because it's actually been confirmed that they're going to be making another one.
Oh, please, God,
With this team?
No, that team got dissolved.
Oh, thank God. Oh, I'm sorry, but if that team got their hands on Mass Effect again, nope. Just no.
Oh, hell, Dragon Age is already 6 feet under.
Ooh. Yeah. Sadly, I only ever played the first game. And
the second and Inquisition were okay.
I heard that enough from Shadow to know that that should more than likely be true. But the multiplayer, oh god, that was a mess. But anyway. Well,
yeah, it just sounds so bad.
I think it's Joe's turn.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what have you played recently, Joe?
I've been playing a shit ton of MechWarrior 4 Mercenaries.
That's a good franchise. Don't correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that the one where they had the $150 weird ass controller?
No, that was Steel Battalion.
Oh, Though, yeah, they had like 3 panels, and it was like literally all the crap you need to play the game, literally flicking switches and stuff in order to.
And they had to make an expansion for the normal controllers in order to run.
That is so freaking cool.
MechWarrior 4.
Imagine if that worked for everything.
The MechWarrior 4 games have been like the stuff I've grown up with, and I've recently managed to get a hold of them again, and I've been playing them. They're fun. They're fun games to sit down and work, and they work well on Windows 10 and stuff like that. The only thing I would say is that to play them, because of how they are, you specifically need a flight stick or something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It does not work with gamepad, which is your Xbox controllers and things like that. Like, I have my flight stick and throttle set up so I can play the game.
Nice. Hey, I heard that franchise is like still going decently strong.
Oh yeah, there's
actually, did they make like an RTS recently? Or
yeah, there was the BattleTech RTS, which came out recently. It was done by Hairbrain Studios, which is the old FASA development team.
That's cool.
Published by Paradox Entertainment. Then we have a new full-fledged MechWarrior game coming out this September called MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. Like, this is the first actual numbered sequel in years.
Huh.
Like, if I was looking at where the last MechWarrior 4 came out... Because Mech Assault, which was on console, isn't in the main line of games. It's a side story. So to sum it up, the last MechWarrior game, the last actual numbered, entitled MechWarrior game came out in 2002.
Damn. That's like 17 years.
And then we have MechWarrior Online, which is the multiplayer aspect, which is what I like to stream. Which Mech 5 and MechWarrior Online is being developed by Piranha Game Studios.
I will say this: I'd recommend playing MechWarrior Online if you get a chance, because it is a free game and it is fun.
Yes, MechWarrior Online is free to play. And don't listen to the salty bastards who don't like to lose.
Well, I mean, that goes with any game.
Well, here on MechWarrior, like with any old franchise, Quake, Unreal Tournament, anything along those lines, you'll come across people who are trying to gatekeep.
Okay, so it's that bad.
Like, you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I know.
It's just a bunch of the old guys. Like, you have a good chunk of the BattleTech MechWarrior community that is like, yes, please, new people, come enjoy this franchise. We've been around as long as Warhammer K has in Shadow. Please, come over here.
And yet there's people going, no, we don't want these people. It's like,
they have the fear of greenhorns.
But, like, how are you going to get new people if you're just going to be a dick?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, just grab your beer, hop in your mech, and go fuck shit up.
But no, I've been playing that recently, and it's like, I've been going back through MechWarrior 4 Mercenaries, and I'm getting used to playing with a flight stick and throttle again, because I want to be able to play it that way for Mech 5.
Makes sense. Get all that neat little functionality going on.
One of the things I'm planning on doing is there is a sensor you can get to attach to your headphones and things like that, which tracks your head movement. And I'm going to see about rigging that up to the move the upper torso.
All right, I remember you mentioning that.
Oh, that sounds cool. What was if it was a MechWarrior game? What was the one that they had for the Kinect
what was that?
was just awful?
There was no MechWarrior game for the Kinect.
Okay, what am I thinking of then?
Steel Battalion, or no, not Steel Battalion. Something Steel something. I know what you're talking about. It was a really crappy game.
They did not even test it, and it was just so
bad.
It
was from a first-person view of inside the mech,
the cockpit,
and you actually had
to do a bunch of gestures.
Right, to reload the shell, open the hatch if your cockpit caught on fire, or shit like that.
Yeah, it was really dumb. It's obvious that they didn't test the proof of concept.
Yeah,
I mean, in theory, it's an. Go ahead, Joe.
But yeah, no. If you guys are looking to snag the games, you can still buy them on Amazon and things along those lines. MechWarrior Online is free to play. Mech 5 comes out in September. They might hold another round of pre-orders, but if they do hold a round of pre-orders and if it is available, I suggest going straight through their site, because then all the money goes to the development team.
All right.
And also, if you are smart and wise, you can find a version of Mech 4 Mercenaries on ModDB, which, if you played any classic game, you are well aware of ModDB.
Yep. That's how I originally knew of Brutal Doom.
Mm-hmm. You can find a version of it there for free. You can get it run up. It's already has the stuff, and it's modded to hell, and you can sit down and have that classic stompy experience.
All right.
Mech games were always interesting, although I never had the time or the anybody to play with to sit down and just wreck stuff. Just because
it's, to sum it up with MechWarrior 4 Mercenaries, it's a solo campaign game. You can get a co-op mod for it, but I haven't been able to find a reasonable server thing to run through because I'm not touching Hamachi with a 5-foot pole.
Hamachi. Wait, wasn't that something you had to use for Gary's mod?
No, you could use it for Gary's mod. Basically, it shortcuts you having to go through all the port forwarding and stuff like that.
Oh.
It's a Windows server on your internet. But what people don't know is that it is a very sketchy program, and it leaves you open to hacking and pirating.
Oof.
I remember using that on my laptop at one point. That may be why my laptop kind of died.
Mm-hmm. More than likely. But no, there is ways to do it, and you have to find... there is a way to play multiplayer, and there's still a very big, thriving community behind the game.
Alright.
Wolf, I can send you a link if you want to check it out.
Okay. Yeah, I might do that in my spare time. If I ever get spare time. Oh, I do not. I'm mouse and keyboard all the way. The only peripherals I've got for my computer are, I got a dongle that connects to my Super Nintendo and NES Classic controllers. I've got a 360 controller wired up to it, and then I've got all of my streaming equipment. That's basically it. I don't think I have any more room.
$20 fucking flight stick.
I don't think I even have any more USBs available for that.
Just unplug the Xbox controller.
But I use it.
And I mean, hey, if you want to, you could go to a thrift store, which is where I got my flight stick, so...
Actually, that would be really fun to play, what the hell is it? Rogue Squadron with a flight stick. That would be cool.
Would that actually work? I don't know.
Yeah.
It would?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm going to have to try that at some point here.
Yeah, they sold it.
Rogue Squadron's also on Steam.
They had a specific flight stick they sold for a while to go with it.
It probably was in the shape of an X-wing flight stick.
Probably.
Or what they thought was an X-wing flight stick. Because, come to think of it, you never see anybody actually using the controls of a fighter craft when you're watching Star Wars.
Okay, that's not entirely true. You can see the upper portion of the control panel in episode 4.
For TIE fighters, but not like
No, you can even see it for the X-Wing, because remember, they show an inside view of Luke's cockpit when he's going down the trench.
Well, yeah, but you barely get to see it. You don't get to see it in its
I know, that's why I said you can see the upper portion of the control panels. You can't see anything else. Oh, at one point you can actually see him holding the joystick up close to his chest.
Oh yeah, like for literally a split second because it panned. It didn't exactly pan down, but he's literally like upper chest and then up, and that's like all you can see.
Right, like it's after he fires the proton torpedoes, he lets out a breath, and you can just for a sec there see the flight stick.
Oh,
I
see.
I
At
think
that
so.
point, I'm not really paying attention. I'm cheering. I'm like, yeah, woohoo! Anyways, I guess it's probably time for me to mention what I've been playing lately.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You're the one that came up with this.
Yeah, not on stream. I've been playing lots of Brutal Doom, which just recently brought out version 21 Gold, and oh my god, that's a good addition to this
Great.
right. Like my favorite thing to do is screw guns, go berserk, and just punch the ever-loving shit out of something. And then, of course, the gesture to say, "Go fuck yourself."
So what you're saying is, go the freaking Fallout route and just punch shit.
Basically, but I'm gonna send you something really quick on Telegram that basically it's so freaking hilarious.
All right.
So there was a GIF of literally exactly what I do. You'll see the Doom Marine boot, like literally kick out an imp and then just tear apart a zombie soldier. that's
I'm
in a
gonna
nutshell.
quickly show that on screen here.
Yeah, that's in a nutshell.
Oh my god!
Doom is going. That's just a tiny couple of seconds of Brutal Doom. Imagine that being the entire game. And when you use the super shotgun on somebody, they stop existing.
Oh my god!
Do you play with the additional enemies?
Oh yeah, I love the additional enemies. Like, hey, I love everything about Brutal Doom. All the new guns and all the new stuff and abilities, new enemies. The fact that they actually added in like better blood jibbing now, it just makes it all the more. Yeah, like how it used to be that blood was just sprites. Now it's actually like you get chunks and stuff. It's physics, yeah.
And
It's so much better.
I kind of want to play this now.
I had a moment where I was playing Brutal Doom.
Like, I'm showing these on screen. I'm probably gonna have YouTube get a little upset by this, but I'm showing it on screen right now, and I want to play.
I played Brutal Doom for my what am I doing with my channel video last month, and that I was playing this game, and there seems to be no problem because I'm small. But yeah, so I've been doing Brutal Doom. Every once in a while, I'll turn on Rogue Squadron and fly a couple of missions because reasons. ROM hacks, I've been doing a bunch of those. On stream, I've been playing this hack called Link to the Past Redux. And it doesn't sound like much, but it doesn't change the core gameplay, but what it does is it adds in some mechanics that basically brings the game to more modern standards. Like, it's got the classic energy bar, or the magic bar right beneath the health, the heart pieces where they're at. Moves some stuff around, but generally it's the same layout. Functionally, it's always the same game, but you get to run around in circles around your enemies because you can change direction while sprinting. You can also slash pots with the sword. There's a bunch of text fixes.
Pot. Hey.
Ha! Well, I mean, as long as you share.
Slash your pot.
You two can have fun. I won't. I don't do that.
I was making a joke about breaking pots. The fuck were you on about, Sparta?
Well,
okay,
like
Echo was that if you share, so...
Yeah, that's true, pots. I did say that. But no, like in Zelda now, before you actually couldn't break pots with a sword, but like that started in, I think, Ocarina of Time. But now there's that functionality. You slash the pot and now it breaks with a sword, which they didn't consider before, for whatever reason. Text fixes, like the wise men are now referred to as sages. Fairies are spelled correctly instead of the weird original spelling, etc. Stuff like that. It's like just cosmetic stuff, mostly, and some extra functionalities. But overall, it's still the same game, and it's still fantastic. And I did mention Super Metroid. Played that for the very first time. Loved it.
You know what I went through and played recently that I was kind of surprised? Fucking, what was it, Gex Gecko or something like that? It's like a really, really weird platform. Where you get to play
Wait, are you talking about that
Gex.
PlayStation thing?
I remember that game. I played that on 64 not long ago, and oh my
yeah,
god,
you had no idea what you were doing, dude.
I did not have any idea what I was doing.
I keep telling you, do your research before you do the video. At least
hey,
a quick Google
I
search.
like to go in, I like to go into a game with zero expectations. That's literally what that was for me.
All right.
But hey, it was fun, and I thought it was pretty hilarious, and the stuff that Gex had to say was also pretty hilarious. So, I mean, I didn't exactly, have a bad experience. I just didn't know really what to expect, and, when you don't have any expectation, there's
right.
You tend to be more pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, like all the quips that Gex had.
Yeah, like I believe they were all movie quotes from that in that game.
Right. Yeah, Gex's voice actor is just great.
Well, before we actually end this off, how about y'all tell everyone what's been going on our channel?
Well, I guess to sum it up, basically my channel is a stream archive because due to YouTube's new policies and all the other crap and just YouTube being a headache in general, I have no desire to create original content for YouTube itself. I mean, granted, I'm in collaborations with various other people, including you guys, and I mentioned Seethercord a while ago. He's cool. I was in his podcast talking about basically more or less this, what I've been up to and what
right.
I'm okay.
Yeah, you okay there, Joe? You sound like you just tripped out of your chair.
I dropped my trackball.
You still have a trackball in your mouse?
No, actually, I have a trackball mount.
Oh.
Separate, so that way when I am actually doing streaming or using anything that has light stick set up, I have access to a mouse that I can have anywhere that I need without having to physically scroll it all over the place.
Interesting.
It's the mice with the ball on the side.
Okay. Yeah, the good old trackball, the good old thumb trackball.
Yes.
So
I use these to play RTS games.
Right. But yeah, that's the status of my YouTube channel. My Twitch channel, however, well, I just mentioned I've been playing Earthbound and the NES Earthbound. Also finished Super Metroid, and also am playing Link to the Past Redux, and that's basically it for this week. But yeah, if you want to come and check me out, there'll be a link in description. If you like retro variety, which is generally what I do, and I'm not opposed to having suggestions as long as it's within my means, feel free to come check me out.
I would highly recommend his stuff. He's actually really good at what he does.
Retro is the best.
Anyway, so what about you, Joe?
I have my trackball back in my mouse.
Okay.
No,
I'm gonna have a very interesting bloopers reel.
To sum up what I've been doing, I have been streaming on and off, mainly playing MechWarrior Online, getting on the track to doing Tier 2. I am currently working on doing a series or two that will appear on the YouTube stuff, so I can have a bit more cross exposure. And if you guys ever want to see what I'm up to or say hello, you can always go to my Twitter at FSX
Or just find the link in the description.
Yeah, there will be a link to both y'all's Twitch and y'all's YouTubes down in the description, and also down in the comments, because I'm also going to in it there as well. Plus the little information icon.
But no, if you're bored and you have a Twitter, come harass me. It's not just like going live. Hold up, I'm late. Going live again. Can't stream today. Going live. It's not just that, I promise.
That's basically all my Twitter is, and unless I have someone to shout out, which
sort of the same here.
It seems like every other stream I have to shout out the same guy because he's just generous, and it just blows my mind how sometimes people could be really generous on Twitch and just really supportive.
Let's see.
Like, I wouldn't have my second emote slot if it weren't for my one supporter. Like, he literally put me up to that spot where I have a second emote for tier 1. And I'm, like, literally a couple away from getting a third tier 1 slot. And I'm like, what the heck? How and what did I do to deserve this?
You did a good job on your videos.
Apparently I'm that likable to watch.
My last tweet from this morning. Mistakes have been made, but eating all those garlic knots was still a fantastic idea.
Anything with garlic is fantastic. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, garlic is actually pretty good for the stomach, so...
No, it is not. It hurts you.
But it wards away vampires.
Vampires don't exist.
You don't know that.
Well, then I guess it's good that me and you are both wolves. They won't fuck with us.
Wait. They had that same problem in, never mind. Shutting up.
If you were about to say Twilight, I'd smack you.
I'll do it for you anyways. Ow. That actually hurt.
Why did you actually do it?
Because for comedy. No regrets.
I hope you didn't do it too hard.
I kind of jammed my my earbud into my left ear a little bit.
Ooh.
Not like I'm not going deaf at all or
right,
anything.
but still.
I've got mild tinnitus, though. Not going to help it at all. Just kidding, though. I really do have mild tinnitus.
Anyway, but Joe, you were about to say something?
What was I about to say?
I don't know. I can't read your mind.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out what I was going to say. That's pretty much what's going on. It's like, if you want to know what's going on over with the channel and with Twitch and things like that, the good places to follow is Twitter. I also do stream. I try to keep a stream kind of day to day. I'm going to be streaming a little more often again, and then I'm also recording, putting out videos. And they may be entertaining, they may not be entertaining. We'll see how it turns out. Yeah. That's pretty much going on with me. Sparta, what about you? What's going on with you?
Well, I mean, this is going up on my channel, so...
20-minute marker.
I know. This is going to be a long podcast, and I'm going to have a lot of editing to do. I'm not looking forward to editing this.
I need energy. I have a Monster Energy in the fridge with my name on it.
I have me a soda next to me. I've been sort of sipping that here and there.
When I have a nap, I'm probably going to take.
I can't do nap. I need fixed time schedule. Sleep schedule.
Yeah, I'm actually going to have to start getting to that point as well. But anyway, I mean, this is going up on my channel, but I guess I may as well bring up what's going on so far. So far, basically, people may have noticed that not very many videos have been going up. That's mostly because I'm sort of soft hiatusing it. Like, videos are still going out here and there, but not on the schedule I had promised. However, the themed live streams are still going up. In fact, the day this is recording, I'm about to have to start getting ready to set up for that live stream of Civilization 5.
Oh yeah, I wanted to tune in last time, but I was busy doing another thing, and then I had to do another thing. I might actually tune in this time.
Tune in tonight. It's mostly just going to be me playing the standard version of the game, but with the epic turn timer turned on, so everything takes a little longer.
And I also have horrifying?
What?
This post is legit. It is a literal fungus that took over a spider, and the spider's still alive.
How?
Burn it with fire and then burn down the house!
Burn it with fire
That
and
is
then
just...
shoot the core.
Oh.
Burn it with fire and then shoot the ashes.
No, don't just burn it with fire. Get some fucking military grenade or military grade napalm.
Fungal spider.
You mean a can of hairspray and a lighter?
No, I mean military grade freaking napalm. Burn that shit to the fucking ground and burn the ground that's burning on.
So
burn the fire it's burning on.
A spray can with gasoline, because that's basically napalm, is just sticky gasoline. It's like literal petrol.
Military grade's a little more to it, but yeah.
Fungal spider knees and toes.
Anyway, thanks, Joe, for messing with my. Oh, it's gonna be worse for me because I have arachnophobia. Thanks, dude.
I have arachnophobia too.
As long as it's not a wasp, then I don't care. I mean, spiders have their place in the ecosystem.
Wasps.
Yeah, the only thing that really doesn't have a place in the ecosystem would be mosquitoes.
Wasps are the fuck you bees of the world.
Yep. I hate wasps. Exactly.
Anyway.
just.
But anyway, yeah, I'm just streaming for the most part, and trying to get the channel properly set up and having videos to go up when I need them to, and also gonna go ahead and announce this now. In about a year or two, I'm gonna be moving back down to Texas. So there's that.
Oh shit, man.
Sad face.
Yeah, I know. I won't be around I won't be around Echo anymore. I still need you to take me to a gun range, though.
That will happen before you leave. I absolutely promise and guarantee it.
But yeah, I'm gonna be moving back down to Texas and trying to work towards being a aircraft engineer, which is gonna kind of explain why there's a lot of Kerbal Space Program on my channel.
That definitely would explain a lot.
Yeah. Though, currently I'm trying to figure out how to save the Kerbals that are out stranded in the ocean. I'm thinking a boat. Or a helicopter.
I was gonna say, there's some sort of atmospheric aircraft, or if there's water. I mean, if it's actual, like, regular water, then
it's actual. Like, the physics are pretty decent in the game. It's actual water.
Okay, then yeah. Get on a boat. Get on a boat. Everybody look at Lycos because he's sailing on a boat. What?
What? Okay, that's going to be used for something else later.
That's out of context.
There's a lot.
We were attempting to wrap this up, but it keeps going on.
I know. I did mention I'm gonna hate the editing.
Let's segue to the ending.
Anyway, so
That is all, folks. Goodbye. Done.
Thank you, everyone, for watching the I was about to say live stream. No, thank you, everyone, for watching the freaking podcast. Thank you, Joe and Echo, for stopping by for a chat, and I hope to have you all on for.
You chained me to your bed.
Yeah, man, you haven't.
I didn't do that. Serious?
He's starting to look like my editor.
He locked me in his closet and told me to play games for 20 hours straight.
I did no such thing. That was Seryu.
This is all a joke, everybody. Just panic.
Check out their channels in the description or the comments, or in the info button thing up in the top left corner or whatever. No one even uses that in the first place.
That was easy.
Had to.
Adios. Adios!
Bye.
Bye.